Hun, people are going to wonder why you're on YouTube when we are supposed to be doing a sit-down
I was reading the comments.
chat.
There's more comments to read.
Anybody leave a comment? I think there were a few comments on our last video.
Oh, what is the last video that we posted?
I posted one very late last night. And I saw I got a few comments on there. So guys, welcome to our channel. We are the Montana Family Homestead and we are still here. We're still alive. We've just been not posting for a while. That's because, why would you say? Maybe we're lazy?
Yeah.
Life got in the way.
Just didn't feel like carrying that third leg along.
Yes. Do you know editing all these videos takes time, energy? But here we are. We're going to try sit down tonight, even though it is late again, and this video is going to be posted late. So some of you might not see it till tomorrow. Unless you stay up late and we're that
Depending
important.
on which time zone they're in, yes,
Oh, yes.
they will definitely be tomorrow.
Yes.
Or yesterday.
Are we that inconsistent? Sorry, guys.
So let's start it off with a news story some time back.
Oh, yes. There was this story
From
here
the
in
great
Montana.
state of Montana. A Montana woman has gone viral. Anyway, there's this story that was circulating around. I'll just kind of skim over the top of it and tell you the points. There was a gal down in I think the story got published in Missoula.
In Missoula.
Well,
She was selling pure mountain air by the jar. What did she call it?
100% authentic mountain air harvested by hand, a premium alpine oxygen collected above 7,000 feet. And when you get under emotional distress, you're supposed to open
You just
it up.
open the jar and sniff it.
But did you know that back in I read an article that was in response to this, and a similar thing happened right after the nuclear bomb was dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where they were selling air.
They were selling air.
They said you'll get one more breath of air after everyone else is croaked. Because you could open the jar and have one more breath and everybody else would be dead. So, you know, this sounds really stupid. Somebody setting up a stand
And
selling mason jars full of
mountain air. You know what, hon? The thing of it is, you know, this woman, whoever she is, she's going to go far. If she has the guts to go and fill a mason jar with air and shut it and sell it, I mean, what else would she be capable of? She's definitely she's a great entrepreneur.
Her response.
And the thing of it is, who's stupid enough to buy it?
Her response to the officers were, if candle companies can sell beach smells, I can sell Montana air. You know, kudos to her. Like Mary said, if someone is gullible enough to buy that,
that's on them. And if you have you know, I would be embarrassed putting a stand out saying, fresh mountain air. What did she sell them for? $22 a jar?
$22 jar.
I mean, you have some guts doing that, because that would be embarrassing. But then there were some people who actually bought it. And I'm like, who were those people? I want to know those people.
I may have said this story before, but a lot of it's up here. In the township that I was born in, the wells are water scarce, so they have rural water, and they were getting all the rural areas were getting water from one lake, running it through the purifiers, injecting whatever in it to sterilize it, make it safe for drinking. And the mayor's wife of that town was convinced that if the water source came from a different lake that it would be much softer. It would bubble up, sud up better. It's a better quality water. Let's stop getting from this lake. Let's get from this lake. They pushed legislation through. I voted whatever, and at 5 o'clock, if I remember right, it was on a Friday. 5 o'clock, or it was at 5 one day. It was scheduled to be switched over. So about 5:10, 5:30, she goes in to her bathtub and takes just the most wonderful bath she's had ever since she's lived there. We're now getting water out of this good lake. We're not getting water out of this lake right here. It just did wonders for her skin. Her hair was just so much nicer. The water sudded up just so much better. She was like, we finally have good water. And she was convinced of that. And about a day or so later, she found out that there was a glitch in the system and it didn't get switched over. And she was still pulling water from that. So
It's all in your mind.
in her opinion, it was better. So if these people want to buy a quart
pure mountain air,
for $22 and they take a deep breath,
I guess that's on them.
it's on them.
Sorry. You might just see a stand by our house. Pure mountain air, $22 a jar.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a very unique story.
Here it says she charged an additional $9 for limited edition snowstorm air.
She is an entrepreneur. I mean, she gets on the right product. She could be. She could get rich.
$31 for.
She's a wheeler and a
But
dealer.
you know, how much would we pay for a quart of air if we knew that we could take one more breath and it would carry us over if we're trapped underwater somewhere and that last breath would get us? So
Yeah.
you've got a point there. Anyway, yeah, life has been busy. We have been plugging away here at the homestead. Work has been we're not super slammed. Enough to the point where I'm able to get some stuff done around the house. As you guys can see, we got the concrete done in the back, and my nephew Marlon commented I should have reached out to my nephew for that. I should have.
Well, he commented? Where?
Yeah, I thought I was man enough to get that concrete job done myself. Now, if I had power troweled it and finished like normal or a broom finish, it would have been great. Again, this was the first time I've done stamped or attempted to stamp, and I just listened I thought I listened very well to the instructions on how to do it. You bowl float it, you hand trowel it maybe once, then you stamp it. I bowl floated it a couple of times, and then I was like, I think it's gonna be almost too dry if I hand trowel it one time, and it was too dry. So
Where's his comment? We should read some of the comments from our last video. There were some of you who commented, not very many, but I think there was a question in one of the comments.
right there, should have called your nephew on the concrete, right there.
Oh, Marlon, it says, should have called your nephew on the concrete.
He's
Marlon must be an expert at this,
He does.
huh?
He does.
Oh.
He owns Next Gen Concrete.
Oh, no way.
In Ohio.
Okay.
And does some really, really good work.
Wow, that's awesome.
If he's picky like me,
Well,
he wants it to be just like
I'm
that.
sure he probably is. Does a good job.
Yeah, it's kind of an eyesore for me when I walk out there, so I'm not quite sure what the best procedure is. Maybe leave it a little dirty so you don't see it. Doesn't clean very nice. It's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had a busy week of family camp 2 weeks ago. Pretty involved with that.
Yes.
And now it has been dry.
Yeah, we have
Man.
had a lot of dry.
We've had lightning storms that went through, started a bunch of fires. Yesterday I was on the way home from town, and all of a sudden there's fire trucks on both sides of the road, and and it was between here and town. There was a small fire that was started, and people jumped out on it. There was even a chopper that flew in. And it wasn't very much. They got it contained.
Yeah.
But it is a season.
Yeah,
and
it's a dry season.
Unfortunately, the dry lightning storms that come through are just, when they hit, a fire starts. It's that simple. It's that dry.
Hon, why don't you read this comment? This person asked a question.
From Christine Schwartz. Hello, Malone family. Thank you for sharing this beautiful video with us. Love the clothesline and the windmill. If it's hot and dry like that out there, do you have any problems at all with rattlesnakes?
Oh.
Thanks so much for sharing. Your mom and dad look well. Have a great rest of the day. We do have rattlesnakes in Montana.
But not really around here, or not many.
East of the divide, there's a lot of rattlesnakes. West of the divide, not so much.
Mm-hmm. I rarely around, even though it is hot and dry. The snakes that I see are like the garter snakes, the harmless little garter snakes. I've seen pretty big ones.
They are here though.
Yeah.
I've heard over in Missoula, north of Missoula at the Bison Range, they've seen rattlesnakes up there.
Yeah, but I'm sure they must be around here. I just haven't seen any.
I haven't seen much of snakes.
No, we don't have many venomous snakes that I know of.
In our immediate area.
Yeah.
Now, eastern Montana, southwest Montana, they always.
When we go down to the Snake River to pick raspberries, a guy stopped us once and said, let us know we should wear boots because of the rattlesnakes down there. So, and I'd love to go there again.
Yeah, we need to. It's always a busy time of year.
Mm-hmm. And that would have been one of my very first videos I ever did. This was a few years ago. And we've gone since then. But it's when, I think it was one of my very first videos I did. We went down picking plums and raspberries, and we walked down an old abandoned train tracks.
The tunnel, went through the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy this year. We had family that came out. My niece Doreen and her husband Lawan came out, and then my nephew Dennis and his girlfriend Elaine came out. They were hung out with us for about 3.5 days, and we did some sightseeing. That was just a great time to kick back and go do some fun stuff.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I tell you, that was a lot of fun.
Ross Creek Cedars was closed, so we couldn't go there, but we did go to the Libby Dam, the Kootenai Falls, went to the Snowshoe Falls in Bonners Ferry, went to the Myrtle Falls, and also Copper Falls, all the way up by Canada, which is, I think that one is 180-some foot drop.
Oh, you went to Copper Falls?
We did go to Copper Falls.
That's a hike in there.
It is.
I haven't been there in so long.
That was really awesome to go there again. Changed a little bit. There's a bunch of rock that fell down, and there's not really hitting the pool at the bottom. There's a bunch of rock there now.
Wow, I haven't been there in so long. When we used to live in Bonners, there's a whole back road through Copper Falls and the Canuck Basin that we used to drive all the time.
We would take the highway up to Copper Falls and then drive the mountain road through Canuck Basin, come down to the mountains on the other side.
Yeah. Something that I decided to do this year, and that is I decided to homeschool my kids. So I'm pretty excited about that. We have all of our books, most of our books, and there's a certain curriculum that I wanted Emmanuel to go through. It is creation, and it's really interesting. The boys have, I know it's early, it's still July, but the boys have been starting their school already. Yeah. They've been doing math.
Marion
and
just
English.
decided she wanted to take a break from the daily packing lunches, getting them up, hauling them to school, coming home. End of the day, going picking them up. The non-stop barrage of just
snow driving.
need to go, need to do this, somebody needs this, somebody needs that. Would it simplify? Would it just be less stressful just to teach them at home? So that's what we're doing.
And
this
I
year.
actually enjoy it because I got a whole bunch of books that I know would interest them. And Emmanuel loves rocks, anything to do with geology. So I got him a Wonders Creation curriculum, and so he's going to go through that. He's in 6th grade, and this is actually, they say it's for 7th grade, but it looks not hard at all. And they're already doing their math and going through their books. The boys are actually very excited to be homeschooled, so, and I am too.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
Morgan has his doing some 9th grade studies, so
Mhm.
that's going to be something brand new for me, and I'm looking forward to it. I think the most thing I'm excited about is I don't have to drive through drifts of snow getting them to school, and they'll be around my kitchen table doing their schoolwork.
Squabbling.
So, no, hopefully not squabbling. But
Yeah, it's.
can you give me this is some of their books, and they've already been going through some of their books. They're starting their lessons already, which I'm glad. Get through the lessons, get done. Maybe even start with next year's lessons if you get done early. So
There you go.
that would be awesome.
So getting back to the homestead, yesterday, I was like, "What am I going to do?" It's Saturday. There's always work that needs to be done.
Yes.
And I was thinking I'll go outside when it's cool yet and get some stuff knocked out. And Mary was like, "How about you finish the downstairs basement floor?" I did about 3/4 of it. I did the easy part. So I went down there, and most of the day I had to remove the stairs. I had to take a post out, reinstall another post. It took a hydraulic jack, some blocking, and quite a bit of time. I had Morgan that would help me part of the day to do that. It's kind of a measure 5 times and cut once when you do linoleum to make sure that you don't cut it short or anything like that. And the reason that I put like a solid sheet of linoleum down there is we know people who've had their basements flood. Stuff happens. Water pipes leak, they bust, whatever. They had laminate flooring on there, and twice now they've had to remove the flooring out of their basement and replace it. Remove it, let it dry out, replace it. Boy, I hope that don't happen again. Twice. So I decided if I put something on the floor, it's going to be fully adhered epoxy or linoleum. I don't want any water to seep underneath and I have to tear it out. Because when you take the floor out, the first thing you got to do is you got to take the baseboard out. Take the baseboard out, you got to take the trim around the doors out because that also goes down onto there. So it's quite a hassle when that happens. So kudos, we have 4 finished bedrooms downstairs. The main living area down there is, the floor is in it. This next winter's project is if we can get the downstairs finished, get the can room insulated, and build the bathroom that's down there. I have the in-floor plumbing in there already, but we need to build a sump. I have a hole down there for the sump. I need to install that, basically build an entire bathroom down there, but the plumbing is done.
So, yeah.
Yeah, slowly but surely we're working on it. But occasionally I get sidetracked, like for years I have been looking for a windmill. Some people might call me cheap. I like the term business savvy. I just don't really want to spend $5,000 to $7,000 to $8,000 on a windmill that's going to be ornamental. But I had my heart set on a real windmill. I was like, I want a real windmill. And then this thing popped up on Facebook Marketplace. It was the head of a windmill that had, during the windstorm when we had all the wind damage, well, guess what? 200 miles away, the same windstorm knocked this windmill over. It's not the authentic one. This is just a decorative one. Knocked it over, bent it out of shape pretty bad. And so, I sent drone over there to get it with everything done. I mean, I had maybe 120 $150 in the whole windmill. Brought it home, took it apart, bent everything back as straight as I could, hammered out the blades, and went out on the sawmill and milled some lumber and built a tower for it. So
It's amazing what makes some people happy. A windmill makes you happy, right?
and chickens.
A windmill and chickens. Sometimes I think if I could just go out in the chicken coop and cluck like a chicken, I might get some quality time.
You should try it.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
Well, I haven't, but I should. I should try it. Yes, actually I have. I've clucked around, but it didn't do anything.
There's worse hobbies.
Yeah, there is. And I do like that windmill, and I like the chickens as well, because I get a lot of eggs.
So I like the windmill because it brings back this sentimental value
Yes,
for me.
it is. Me too.
And what did I take out time to build that you wanted to have? A clothesline.
Yes, I got my clothesline. So he's the handyman. Yeah. So guys, this will be it. Thank you for joining us. We love all of our subscribers. We appreciate you. Like and subscribe and leave a comment. We love hearing from you.
Yeah, I love the clothesline. It gives me a real homey feeling.
Yes, me too.
Clothes
And the
hanging on the
windmill.
line. Yeah, we're working on the playpen back, or the swing set back there. The other thing about the swing set is $1,700 to $2,000 for a slide. So
Are you gonna make
I'm
your
gonna
own?
be building my own slide,
Yeah.
and I will mill the lumber that I need for it. I have metal flashing left over from a project, and we'll build the stairs too that go up. And I'll mill all the lumber for that. I'll have to buy the screws and nails, but
You're gonna build your own slide.
build your own slide. Yep. We'll sand it smooth.
Yes.
It'll be like an old style slide. When it's 90 degrees out, you probably won't want to slide on
Yeah. And who knows, I might be able to record him doing it.
it. Yeah. See you next time.